So this is the last episode of the Tuned In series, and I'm here with Geoff, who is the host of
Barbary Coast Radio on KSFS.
So what's your show about?
And it started out as primarily a hip-hop show, and my thing was I would play only vinyl. It was a strict thing, only vinyl, and I wouldn't spin it either because I don't consider myself a DJ. There's some dudes who are really good at it in the class, and that's not me. But it ended up one day, one of the turntables was out, so I had to find out, how to get my iPod on too. So I'd have to alternate between just one record, then go to the iPod and back and forth, which was actually really easy to do. But then it opened up to my whole music collection almost. So now it's hip-hop with electronica, rock, just whatever, I'll just get inspired real quick.
Where did the strictness of being with vinyl come from?
Part of it was rediscovering my vinyl collection. I have a couple thousand at home, and a lot of my best stuff is still on vinyl, especially like classic old school. Because I would do an hour, my show is 2 hours from 12 to 2 on Sundays, and the first hour would be newer indie stuff from all over the place, all over the world really. And then the last hour would generally be hip-hop from probably like mid-'80s up to about 93 or 94. So, old school, quote unquote. But now it's just whatever.
Whatever comes up.
It's pretty free for all. So, it's fun, and at the same time it doesn't have much form, not as much as I'd like to. And I only have 2 broadcasts left, so it's probably not going to develop much better than it is right now. I like it, though.
And as long as you like what you're doing. So you go with hip-hop to electronica. Obviously, one of the collaborations that comes to mind with that is Kanye West and Daft Punk.
Uh-huh.
I was just playing Daft Punk like all night last night, and that song kept coming up.
Right.
And do you think there's a lot of room for collaborations like that?
Absolutely. I mean, hip-hop, especially on the Kanye West, MTV, big-time level, it's all electronic now. Everybody has synth beats going on. It's not a whole lot of sampling anymore because it's way too expensive. Only guys like Kanye West can really pull off big samples, pay big money, and still make a lot of money off, not really the records, but on the road to compensate for the crazy amount of publishing they had to give up. So, honestly, since everybody's using synthesizers and computers and whatnot more, there's really no reason why it couldn't be everyone just collab like they kind of already started doing. Yeah. Just as long as the BPMs are right and someone can rap over, it's all good.
Where do you think we're seeing a resurgence of vinyl lately? We're seeing all these different performers and different festivals coming out and blending, like Treasure Island Festival. It's one day of electronica, the next day is like all indie, and what do you think is going to be the future when it comes to music? Yeah.
The future of music?
I know it's a heavy question, man.
It is, and I think the quality control is going to get even worse. Because I don't sound like to sound like an old fart, but these days the music it's harder to find the really good stuff, in my opinion. However, there's a lot of really good stuff getting through because not everybody's relying on a major label to push them. So I think we're going to see more of just big ticket names with a lot of indie guys because everybody has to tour now to make money.
Yeah.
No one really cares about buying a record anymore. You got thousands of people like my roommate who doesn't pay for shit. I still buy vinyl. I pay for my music, but I also check it off the net. If I need my fix, or if I get an iTunes gift card, I'll spend it.
Spend it in like 5 minutes.
Real quick, yeah. Just something that's like I can't get it to Amoeba or this place today. Got it.
What have you been listening to lately?
I've been really listening to Eskimo out of San Francisco. He's a really good electronica, really bass-heavy music. I kind of rediscovered dubstep for the second time. Like I got into it like last year and a little bit the year before, sort of. But now I've just been really heavy listening to it. Anything with a very, very heavy bass line. So, hip-hop doesn't have that much of a bass line anymore compared to this stuff. These guys are bringing it. Ammon Tobin makes beautiful, beautiful electronic productions that range from D&B to just atmospheric score stuff, for like video games and film. On the hip hops, I like LP, anything out that used to come off of Def Jux out of New York, Living Legends from here, of course. Zion I haven't heard their new album yet, but I heard it's really good. Hyro, a lot of the really standard indie stuff that comes out, well, I would consider standard. That, yeah, that's probably a lot of what's getting played by me right now.
So back to your show, how did you get the name The Barbary Coast?
Back in the mid-1800s, the Barbary Coast was a section of town kind of near where Chinatown is, up to North Beach area. Yeah. Before it all got filled in with land, of course, and the marina got built. Way before that, it was the red light district of the city. And so if you listen to my show, I play very dirty songs sometimes. Anything like Cool Keith Sex Style is a very good example of things I play. Very, I don't know. Okay, here's a funny segue. The time I had the most listeners, there was only like 9 people up in the radio station, because I usually have nobody in there because it's Sunday, afternoon, everyone's sleeping. Yeah. So there's like 9 people in there, and I, for some reason, got on this really filthy song. Every song had some sort of misogynistic undertone. I didn't really plan it that way, but it's just like, this fits, just going back and forth. And at the end, I step out there like, dude, that was the best that I've heard off this. Your selections were amazing. I was like, thanks, and they were all girls almost. Like one was, Google this, LP's Death Mix of Justin Bieber's Baby.
Oh,
that is the shit right there.
Not Justin Bieber. He's a favorite amongst the newspaper in the spring.
Yeah, well, this is an awesome remix.
Not anymore.
Of that guy.
I remember that one that someone like slowed it down and it sounded like that's Sugar Ross or something. I can't say it. That was amazing. I'm just like, this is 30 minutes of a 3-minute song. That's ridiculous.
That's
Stupid
awesome.
Kid. Stupid 12-year-old kid with a record deal and making more money than we ever will.
Exactly. I know. It's crazy.
So what do you want to do after, you've got 2 more shows left. What do you want to do at the end of the semester or and afterwards?
In terms of the show?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the show will be back next semester, because I just kind of took the radio class for credit. I'm an audio production guy, so like right now we were just doing sound design for a film clip, and that's really more my passion, not really the radio, although it's been extremely fun. So Barbary Coast might die, at least on KSFS. I don't know, I might make a podcast, but future's wide open, honestly. I just got to see what classes I can register for, because I just did it out of a need for a class, honestly, and it's just been real easy, real awesome, good experience.
It's just been the semester?
Yeah, this is the first semester. It might be the last, might not.
Go on a high note then.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.